Welcome, welcome. It's Monday, which means board game talk. I'm John Caspian,
I'm Joseph Collins.
and we are talking about the upcoming board game releases this year. There's a whole lot going on. We're going to talk about our tops. This is mostly on Joseph's end, since you're the board game guy. So why don't you go ahead and start us off with number one?
Oh, actually, before we get going, let's get started with the game of the week.
Oh, you're right. I don't know why I got so excited about what's coming up. I forgot what we have. Let's do it.
Oh, yeah. Well, the game we got this week, and I was really excited about when I had a chance to open it up because we got a demo copy. It's the game Stuffed Fables, is it?
Yeah, that's it.
Absolutely. It's basically it's from Plaid Hat Games. It caters 2 to 4 players. It takes about 60 to 90 minutes, and it's about 8 to 7 and up. But it's basically a miniatures game, and the theme is a little girl is growing up and basically has just got out of her crib and into her own bed, and so she's getting her own room basically. But the problem is that there's mad scientists basically doing bad things and giving her nightmares. So her stuffed animals are coming alive to defend her from all the nightmares, and so basically it's a story-driven game. While the board game is actually the narrative book, and as you play the game, you have a map. For example, you may be in the little girl's bedroom, and you have a narrative, and you're trying to defeat the monsters that are coming to mess with her. So it's a really exciting game. It looks really fun. It has great miniatures. It looks beautiful. Actually, I can open it up very quickly.
Yeah, let's see it. Show it off.
Yeah, to get the. Oh yeah. So I mean, we have a couple copies here. It retails for about $70. Oh, sorry about that. But here was the rule book right here, as you can see, and if you can open it up, you can see that there's a board right there, or at least an artwork, and then you have more artwork, and then you have a board right there, and then you have, of course, the narrative book. You also have rules governing how to play the game, paragraphs of narrative and paragraphs of rule explanation, and you have, of course, the miniatures over here, which is really nice, and then you have a bag of dice and some cards, and it's like if you played Imperial Assault, you do have the same cards. You have character sheets, you have health tokens on there, which is actually fluff. So it's really exciting, and as a matter of fact, I would say that it's probably really good for families. If you have children and you want family night, this game really caters to it, and it's really good board game for them. So if you matter of fact, if you want to tell them bedtime story, most of the time when they listen to bedtime stories, they imagine themselves as the hero. Well, in this game, they are actually the hero going on that adventure. So it's great for that if you're interested. So we're really excited about it, and I'm excited about it. So
nice. Now, what's happening this Saturday night?
This Saturday night, I'm having pretty much a board game night. Well, I'm going to be teaching a board game to people. It's going to be happening around 8 o'clock. And I'm basically going to have I'm going to be showing how to play Ticket to Ride USA map. So if you want to come down and check it out, I actually have a table for Europe, for Europe as well. So you just come down and check it out.
Yeah, so our idea behind board game night is basically it's Saturday night. If you don't want to go out, whatever you do on a Saturday night, there's all kinds of things to do. Then you can come, bring your family, bring people who haven't played before. If you haven't yourself played very many board games, it's a perfect opportunity to learn how they work. Joseph's a great teacher. It goes very methodically, step by step. So it's a great opportunity to learn new things. I think for the most part, you'll be doing what are called gateway games, which basically just are easier ones to pick up, and then you'll be able to offer people things that they might be interested in if they like the game that they're currently playing, which is really cool. So that way, if you come in and you're like, I've never played Ticket to Ride before, but I'll try it out, you can try it out. You can play as long as you want, and until the store closes, and then have a good time. Yeah. So that's this Saturday at 8 p.m.
Yeah, and don't get intimidated by the game. It's really simple. It's not complicated at all. So
it's great. Any of the Asmodee games are actually really good because they're the kind that you literally can learn in about 10 minutes or so, and then you can start really strategizing and all that. So I guess let's get into the new games coming out in 2018. What's our first one?
Well, the first one I'm really looking forward to is one of my favorite games, and it's Star Realms. And they're coming out with Star Realms Frontier, which is pretty much another base game. They've already come up with 2 of them, and they've come up with all these expansions. But what makes this game different than all the others that it's a pack is a card that caters to 4 players, instead of 2 like the other base games do. And not only that, but it also comes with a new mechanic, a couple more mechanics. The new mechanic is that you have faction symbols. Well, you know, it's a set collection game, or if you collect a specific faction, you have special powers that will only activate. You have 2 of the same cards, and you can see this by a faction symbol, and then next to it is the power you get. Well, this one presents a faction that has 2 faction symbols, which means you have to have 2 of those faction cards in your hand when you play it to get that special ability. So I'm really looking forward to that. They're also coming out with what's known as commander decks, which to the way it looks like it's basically the same as the hero decks from Hero Realms. So you're gonna have your own starting deck and a command deck. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's really exciting.
Turn down my volume. I'm making sure to check for any comments. If you are interested in that, you can pre-order it. You can use our order form at gigabytescafe.com/order. You can call the store. You can message us on Facebook, however you want to. When's that expected to be released?
It should be probably released in the next quarter or 2. So
nice. Now the next one is one I'm really looking forward to: Betrayal Legacy.
Yes, Betrayal Legacy.
Oh my gosh, super excited about that one.
If you are familiar with Risk Legacy, which is the first Legacy game, or Pandemic Legacy, this is basically the same thing. Basically, the concept of this game is in Betrayal House on the Hill, you basically are people exploring a haunted house. You, maybe because of a dare or curiosity, whatever. And you start out on a starting tile, and as you explore the room, you have a stack of tiles that you lay out to basically create the house, which is sometimes odd because the way the house is built, kind of like, it doesn't make sense, but that's, whatever that is. But basically, this game is legacy, meaning that, yeah, you do the same thing, but what happens is you have a narrative attached to it. You have campaigns, and this narrative and these campaigns span over decades. So what happens in the chapter 1, you could be coming back 60 years or 20 years from now, and you learn what you did last time through the eyes of new heroes. And you also just get to have new exploration, new explorers. So it's really exciting. Matter of fact, I think it is one of the top anticipated games of this year. And I have a friend who I showed it to her, and the news of it, and she just was like getting all excited. So it was really.
I mean, the original has like 80 to 100 haunts in it. And not Pandemic, oh my gosh. In Betrayal, haunts are basically the story that happens at a certain point in the game. And then the expansion added another 50. How many do you think this one's going to have?
That I do not know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think the details are limited right now. So.
Mm-hmm.
About
because it's so far away still. It's going to be fourth quarter?
Third or fourth quarter, yeah. Sometime around Halloween, which is appropriate.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one, though. Man. Betrayal itself is just amazing. I think it came out in 2004, right? Something like that?
I think so, yeah. I mean,
it's originally a Hasbro game.
Yeah, it really is fun because it's basically a horror movie in a box. So
yeah, some of the haunts don't really work like balance-wise, but honestly, with so many of them, why do you need balance? It's about the mood and the feel. There was one actually where my brother-in-law unlocked a werewolf haunt.
Okay.
And then my wife, Rhea, she became the werewolf. Well, the only way to kill a werewolf is with silver bullets, right?
Okay.
Well, she had the gun. She had the revolver. So when she became the werewolf, she dropped the revolver where she was standing and just stayed there. So we had to go into the room with her. She was like mauling us in the face, and we ran away. Then I, being the old doctor, had to try to develop the silver bullets in the lab, I guess, melt them down and whatnot. And so eventually, Rhea's one twin brother, he was playing the boy, Peter, green shirt, and he was pointing his gun, which we finally got working, at the little girl character who Rowan, the other brother, was playing, who then turned into a werewolf, like in front of his eyes. The whole thing was just completely cinematic. It was just like a movie. And of course, little Peter Akimoto, he's like, "Oh no, don't make me do it. Don't make me do it." He shoots and misses, and then she mauls him to death. It was great. And then my character watches that happening because I'm looking at Peter as he gets pounced on, and I'm just like, "No!" It was great.
Just like a movie.
It was just like a movie. It was literally a perfect B-movie plot. It's awesome.
I think my experience with the game, one of my favorite experiences with the game is when we had to figure out how to use a specific magic item, and you have to roll dice for wisdom or knowledge checks.
Uh-huh.
And the thing is, the item we had to use was an axe. So
Knowledge to use an axe.
Yes, we're rolling knowledge rolls to learn how to use an axe. And we made an entire joke about it, like, wait a minute, what is this? What is this thing that is sharp and has
It's a magical item? It's so sharp. Why?
Oh, it's like, is this an axe? How do you use an axe? So that was the entire joke right through the game. So, but yeah, that was fun.
That's hilarious. What is this thing?
And we kept on a lot of times kept on missing the knowledge roll. So like we almost learned how to use an axe, but not quite.
Oh man.
Yeah,
we just don't get it.
Yeah.
What do you hit him with? What part do you hit him with?
Even the YouTube videos weren't helping.
Oh, that's great. What's the next one on the list before we talk about Betrayal for 5 hours?
Yeah, the other one I'm looking forward to is an expansion to one of my favorite games. It's a 4X game. It's a Exodus Event Horizon. Okay. And it's basically it just it's expansion. It expands on the other two. It's basically a set of scenarios that you can add to the game. Moves you can add, so you just basically expand it. And I think this may be the last one in it. I'm not quite sure, but I'm really excited about it. It's not out yet. It's to be out in the next next quarter too. So I'm really excited. Just a bunch of modules. And the other expansion that I'm excited about is one for Elder Signs, which I believe is called the Omens of the Pharaoh, I believe.
And
it basically just takes the adventure of Elder Signs and puts it into basically just Egypt, where you're trying to, again, just seal all the exits to prevent the ancient ones from coming through. But of course, it's in Egypt, so I'm really looking forward to those two, and I'm really excited about those coming out. And it's Elder Signs is in pre-release right now, for pre-order. So, you can come over by and see if we can check it out.
Nice. I'm gonna see if I can pop up the Betrayal thing so you can see what that looks like. I think that's right. Fourth quarter looks like that. Looks really nice. Awesome.
And
cool.
The artwork is really nice because they have a werewolf on top of it and some guy in a top hat. I don't know what that guy is.
Yeah, it looks scary. I don't like it.
All right. Yeah.
For sure. So. Ew. Gross.
And not only that, but I think you can go online and do one of those RPG sound websites where you can add sounds, and you can just that can do an RPG. Just do the same thing. You get some spooky sounds and some horror music involved, and just add the atmosphere. Get some candles in there, and just basically create atmosphere for the night. And it was really should be fun.
That's awesome. While you're talking about the next one, I'm going to look up our list of upcoming ones as well, so I can do a list there.
Well, the next one is, I think, one of the most anticipated board games for this year, and it's called Nemesis. And there's a Kickstarter, and I think it's a foreign country that's doing it. I don't know exactly what country is the one doing it, or maybe I just can't pronounce the name. But basically, it's aliens without the license. You basically it's known as a semi-cooperative game, and you're you're a crew on a ship. And you have to explore the ship in order to fix the problem. And the ships are it's kind of like a Red November, but the problem is that each player is given secret roles at the beginning of the game, and it's like a hex game where you have hexes on the board, and as you move your piece on the board, it's revealed, and you have secret roles. So you're trying to solve problems with the ship, but at the same time you have if you make too much sound, you have all these invaders or like aliens coming in to wipe out your crew, so you gotta fight them off, and so you gotta try to fix the ship's engine. But because of secret roles, some people may be traitors according to the role. So if you're like strategizing together, and you say, for example, if I tell you, hey, I need help over here to fix this problem, and you're like, well, my secret role says just lock the door behind you, and you lock the door behind you, like, I'm screwed up. That's all I can do. And there's also a mechanic where a player, if he gets infected, or she gets infected, she becomes one of the infected, and you can see, and there's neat mechanics for that. So it's also a miniatures game. So if you love painting miniatures, it has miniatures involved. So really nice miniatures. So you can paint them if you want. So I'm really looking. Sure. It's really exciting, and if the only thing they needed is the alien license, but they couldn't get it. But it's the next best thing. So I'm really looking forward to it. It looks really fun, and I would hate to play with you. And another
What,
friend of
me?
ours. Yeah, you. I don't want to play with you.
Why would you? Why would you hate playing with me?
Because you would purposely, with joy and just glee, love to be able to betray one of us and stab us in the back.
What? No, I don't do that though.
Yeah.
I'm not that kind of gamer. I'm not that guy.
Well, I mean, if the secret mission says you are, then you're gonna be like, yeah, I'm sorry.
Actually, no. To be fair, I would be that guy even if my mission didn't say to do it.
Oh, you be the guy coming to save the day?
No, heck no. Lock you behind. Keep you in the...
Same thing with Eric, one of our friends. He would do the exact same thing. Like,
it would be more fun that way, It kind of keeps the suspense a little more suspenseful.
It is. I mean, not knowing who is a traitor and who is helping who or not, basically creates this element of you're on your own, even though that you're not on your own, but yet you are.
You can never really trust those who are helping you at the moment.
Exactly.
That's good. I like that. That's going to be fun, for sure.
Oh yes, exciting. I'm really looking forward to it.
So David said Hate is on the list. Hate by Simon. Cool mini or not? It has really cool looking miniatures for sure. I don't personally know too many details, but after this stream I will look it up so we can have a good idea. It's well anticipated, which is good. So it's something to look forward to. And the minis do really look really good. I mean, their sculpting is just leaps and bounds in the last several years. They've always been pretty good, but these just look incredible. Yeah, Hate by Simon. Cool mini or not?
Really, yeah. Oh yeah, Cool mini or not really has great components. They really do a very good job of. Oh yeah. I know it's a.
I will look it up and pop it up on screen.
So.
But let's talk about Scythe expansion.
Scythe expansion?
Yes. So Scythe Rise of Fenris is what it's called.
Okay.
Yep. So that's coming out. That's one of the hotly anticipated ones of all of the Board Game Geek ones. The most anticipated is Seventh Continent expansions. So expansions for the Seventh Continent game. And then Sorcerer, which is one that I didn't know about, but I feel like I've heard about it. I'm going to pop it up on the screen. 2 to 4 players, 30 to 90 minutes. The publisher is White Wizard Games. So that looks like it's going to be a fun one. It looks to be a dice/card game. So it might be a deck builder. I don't know exactly quite yet. But that one definitely seems really cool. It's one to look forward to. Let's check the... Got about 8 left. Oh, we did the retail pledge for Hate, David says. So we have about 8 left. So go ahead and pre-order it. You can go to gigabitescafe.com/order and then write that in. Give us a call and or message Facebook. Best way to do that. Very easy. Yeah. All right, what's next on the list? Are you through with your list?
Yeah, I'm through with my list. I mean, that's what I got on my list, the top 5. So the expansions they were like 3 and 2. So
yeah, and there's a whole lot of fun ones that are coming out. We don't list all of them because we don't want to be sitting here for 3 hours. But you can look it up. Popular board games coming up in 2018. It's gonna be fun, and yeah. So, but other news, I've been redesigning the website to be super new user friendly. So that new players can see videos that you and I have done, Joseph, and some videos that we're making that are going to be evergreen that people can see. And I'm not going to do a preview today, but I will in the next couple of days about what it looks like. It's very exciting. It's super easy to navigate. You can read cool articles on how to get into board gaming if you're new to it. And if you're a veteran, you can point your friends at it. And it's all from us, Giga-Bites Cafe. Sweet. So, Saturday, Joseph?
Oh, Saturday, 8 o'clock, absolutely.
Awesome. And we will see y'all next Monday for Board Game Talk.
All right. Have a good day.
Bye.